Because today we're going to announce a miracle, a cure, a throwing away of the crutches. And to tell us about it, we have to take a deep breath. Because the Koran is here, and the Bible, and the New Testament, all in one.
The Testament is part of the Bible.
Oh, see that? We have a scholar with us, a scholarly unsemite. But it's okay. I stand corrected. Leviticus and Numbers. We'll start with that. The numbers are clear. So, this is a man here, not me, him, who has recovered from cancer, the big C. Death stared him in the face, and he stared back and got a new prescription. That was good. Okay, we're ready for you. Mr. Koran, tell us about Mohammed and the mountain moving. Yes. We haven't quite worked out the entrances and the exits yet, but when I look at you like that,
yes,
it means you start.
Oh.
Yes.
And what would you like to know?
What I would like to know is how you beat it, how you beat the big C.
Well, I wouldn't say I beat it.
Oh, very humble. I like humility.
It's also true.
It's also true, yes, but humility is good.
Well, I was about to be operated on by someone I'll call Dr. Blake.
Dr. Blake, which is not his real name. You're thinking of Blake Edwards.
Because my symptoms of double vision,
Yes.
trouble talking, trouble swallowing, not having good taste when I ate. And they were getting worse. This was about 1.5 years ago.
I remember it.
And I was worried I would go blind.
As well one should be.
Not be able to talk.
Oh, that for you would be the worst of the worst of a worst case scenario.
Not be able to eat.
Oh, good.
And I was frightened I wouldn't finish my books.
Oh, see, an artist to the very end. My work must be done. His magic mountain, as we speak, is being climbed, written.
And I did pray. I said, could I have, please, 2 or 3 more years?
Oh, so 1.5 years? So maybe you only have 6 months left.
And I had to really fight. This is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to, at GBH, when they discovered I had 2-inch by 2-inch sinus cancer. Like
2 inch by
like
2
this,
inch, yes.
2 inches this way and 2 inches this way.
Wow.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
A little head.
I notice it hasn't changed your brain that much, though.
No, it didn't. I was very lucky.
You were very lucky. Although, truth be told, it would be hard to tell.
Yes, maybe it would be hard.
Yes, with certain people it is hard to tell. But never mind. Go on with your story. Don't let me...
So I was really... it seemed I had no choice. After they found out it was a sinus cancer, At MGH, they wanted to go in and do a biopsy immediately and operate at the same time.
I remember when you heard that, and I asked you about it.
And I did not like that.
You didn't. You slowed it down, which is good. You have to slow it down to half
Yes.
speed and take a deep breath.
And my recommendation to all your viewers is when you are diagnosed with cancer,
Not if, but when.
oh, no, if you are.
Oh, okay.
Or, I mean the same, but thank you for being precise.
I'm very. I do not want to spread information. This is the Edgar Snowden show, and if the documents don't tell the story, there is no story.
Wow.
My brother Eddie will tell you that from jump.
So I got 2 other doctors at another hospital. There's so many in this area.
A second and a third opinion. Could have been 3 strikes and you're out.
Was it really the 3rd and the 4th? The 2 doctors at MGH, one after
Oh, there were
another.
2 at MGH.
Yes, I was recommending don't see 2 doctors the same day when you have a tough diagnosis.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Wait until. So I didn't like the fact that I was being rushed. I thought,
Railroaded. I remember that was a word that was used at that time.
and these new doctors I liked a lot. The others were very nice too. And the new ones.
You didn't think they were very nice at that time. I remember
thought they
you thought they were trying to rush you.
Yeah, I thought they were rushing me.
Yes. And you didn't like that.
The giveaway of all things, because I don't know too much about medicine.
Yeah, me either.
But when the second doctor, after I gave him my poetry book, said to me, "Oh, thank you so much. I will read one poem every day."
And that was the giveaway?
People don't do that. I didn't trust him for saying that.
Oh, now that's not what I got from that at all.
Yeah. That's what I'm not defending it.
I guess you were right in this
That
case.
definitive statement, I'm going to read one every day. I didn't. I thought he was buttering me up.
Buttering you up. Oh, wow.
Because that I knew about. I knew about how people read poems. I didn't know about how people have sinuses.
Wow, so you should have a poetry book with you when you go for your cancer diagnosis. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Or some gift.
Or some gift
Yes.
that can be read one at a time.
Or other gifts. Just see. But I
Chocolate, see if he eats
but
the
these
chocolate.
other 2 doctors at another hospital also I didn't learn, saw me at the same day.
Oh, same day, wow.
I mean, not the same day as these other people, but I saw both 2 new
Oh, you said
doctors.
both at the same time. Oh, yeah.
And I liked one of them, Dr. Blake. Oh, his handshake was so strong.
They're all named Blake.
No,
There's a lot of Blakes.
No, this is the Dr. Blake.
Smiths and
That's the only- That's
Joneses.
the only Dr. Blake.
Oh, okay.
And I had to really insist, Dr. Blake, please just do the biopsy. They weren't sure what cancer it was. Please don't do anything more. Please, pretty please.
Do you have to sign anything to give them permission
Yes,
to do more?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So you said, please, pretty
but I didn't
please,
want
but
one,
if you
so I'm
didn't
on
sign.
Yes, and
can they
even then he said, well, let me just take off a little something somewhere to prepare for the next operation. Yes, he said that. I said, please, no, Dr. Blake, I love you, but no.
You gotta butter them up. Yeah, I
then the
noticed you were
day
saying
of
I
the-
love you, but you didn't really love him.
The day of the, no, I did really love Dr. Blake.
You did, even though he wanted to take things off?
No, I
He was
loved
gonna
him
read
because he
one poem a
eventually,
day?
no, that was a different
Oh, that
level.
was early, okay.
So, but even then, when we go, my beloved and I, to get ready for surgery, Dr. Blake does say, after I'm all dressed up, and oh, by the way, since we're not doing anything but the biopsy, is it okay if I have an intern help me?
Wow.
And I wasn't, what could I say? It wasn't a nice
You
thing.
could say no.
I could have said no and gone, but I took such a long time to get the biopsy.
Yes.
So maybe, and I didn't want to, if I said, you don't want to irritate your surgeon, do not. I mean, what he had to do was, if he feels
Drill into your brain.
one little
Give you a lobotomy. Like HM.
you could say
like HM.
You could say the wrong thing to someone if you irritated, but you don't want your surgeon to just, I didn't like that. He said no. So I said yes. And they did the surgery just to get the biopsy. And I did not want to stay in the ICU. I was afraid I would get sick. And so I start to sing after I come out of my...
Oh, so they'll send you home. They'll think you're a little weird.
I started to sing, I want to go home. I'm serious. Please let me go home. And the man wheeling me said, sing louder.
That's good.
And I made a mistake of singing too, I was a little weak to say the least. I tried too hard to sing loud and I strained myself. But they do let me go home.
Uh-huh.
And on the way home, I vomit in the car.
Ooh, yeah.
Through the window. And my beloved is a nurse, as you know.
Oh, yes, I do know.
And she's a little worried that I'm vomiting and my temperature is high, and she wants me to call the hospital at 2 in the morning, but I don't. And I get better. And even though we've been taping and transcribing these conversations, I didn't quite get it. They told me I have a chondro, which means like tissue, bone tissue.
Chondro, that's what chondro means?
Yes, and sarcoma means cancer.
Chondrosarcoma,
Yeah,
wow.
kind of a bone.
That sounds serious.
It is serious. And so I think I have no choice.
I can see it, why you would think that.
And when he calls me up, Dr. Blake, usually we're taping him, but he calls me up, which I'm really grateful for, Sunday morning, to say you have a chondrosarcoma. And I asked him really straight, could I just, maybe radiation would take care of it? Do we have to do surgery? He says, no, radiation has to be accompanied with surgery. And I believed him. This is a cautionary tale.
Uh-huh.
And when we go to talk with him, he's so busy he can't see us, and we can only see his assistant.
Oh.
And his assistant, I told his assistant that what he said about radiation can't help without surgery. His assistant said something, oh, he did say that. Well, I didn't say more.
Uh-huh. So you detected it was like tin cane and the TPP.
I wasn't detecting much. I was still ready to go for the surgery.
Oh, I see. Okay.
My wonderful primary care physician who you visited,
Oh, yes.
Dr. Burchell.
Yes, I can recommend.
Debbie Burchell.
Yes.
At
Elm Street.
Davis Square Family Practice.
Yes.
Said you should get another opinion.
Good for her.
And I say, listen, I've seen 4 surgeons already. What?
Yes.
How many, opinions can I get? That's pretty clear.
We're up to the 5th one now.
But I somehow feel an impulse to call the first surgeon, Dr. Curry, at Mass General, because he did not know what kind of cancer I had. And now that I had the biopsy, I knew what kind it was. And it did take them a week to discover what cancer it was. When they went in immediately, they thought it was another way more virulent cancer, and it took them a week to check these out. So that they had wanted to go in and then operate was...
They wanted to do that right away.
And I'm so blessed, lucky. This is about a fighter who just managed, luckily.
To get off the ropes.
So I call Dr. Curry and say, I've had a biopsy, I have a chondrosarcoma. Could I see you? Because he's very respected. And
Even though he told you to have the operation.
yes, even though this is a very cautionary tale, he makes time 7:15 Wednesday morning
Wow.
to see us. My beloved and I bike over at 6:30. We see him, it's the first person of the day. He sees me for 9 minutes only. He says, oh, a chondrosarcoma? We can take care of that. We have someone in proton beam radiation. I'll send them your info. You very well might not need surgery.
Oh, wow.
As a surgeon,
That was good news.
And the man he sent it to, an expert on chondrosarcoma, lucky me,
I remember that expert.
and he calls me up the following
Quirky.
morning.
Very quirky.
Dr. Leach.
I remember him, yes.
Speaks with me for over an hour on the
Wow.
phone to convince me to do proton beam radiation. No surgery. He said 95% of the people are helped by
Wow.
this.
Wow.
So I'm game.
Yes, you are game.
And Dr. Leach calls up Dr. Blake, I was told, by his assistant, Dr. Leach's assistant, and is angry at Dr. Blake, who, this is a small community. Why didn't you tell him about me? Why were you going to do surgery and maybe ruin this man's head forever?
Wow.
And the doctors usually don't talk that way to each other.
You would think.
Yes, I wasn't privy to the conversation. And I'm really shook up, but I call up Dr. Blake again, get his assistant, and I say, why were you going to do surgery? What's the prognosis for surgery? How successful, what success could I hope for? And he has the gumption, whatever, to tell me we have no prognosis. There's no data whatsoever that surgery can help or not help in the situation.
Wow.
We just had a feeling. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. A man of my heart. We just had a feeling.
Whoa.
But they make a lot of money with that.
Yes.
feeling. And they like to play. So
Wow.
I left a message for Dr. Blake, but he never got back to me.
I can see why.
And it was a very upset message. I mean, I wasn't accusatory, but I was really shook up. And as advertised, I go to proton beam radiation therapy.
I remember I went once.
To the proton beam radiation?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, I think you did, yes.
Yeah. The first time.
Yes, and you go in, and you have your friend with you.
Yes.
And you say, you can do it, Mikey. It's like
That's exactly what I said.
fighting in Muhammad Ali. It's like,
Yes.
and
And the nurses, they have a special nurse to greet you.
yeah, and the proton, as you all know, is one of the particles in the center of every atom. And they've isolated these particles. And they have a beam, is a huge machine, way bigger than this room.
Wow. Way bigger than this room?
Yes.
Gee.
And it focuses right into your head. And not for 1 minute, not for 2, but for 10 to 15 minutes while I am strapped down with a mask that Dr. Leach made for me. He made by putting plaster of Paris on my head.
Oh, we used to do that in art class.
Yes. And so I have this plastic mesh mask over my head.
Wow.
I'm in the machine, and Muhammad Ali gives his best for 10 minutes. Wow.
Wow.
And then I come back the following day with another friend, and they say, you can do it, Mikey. Go in there. You can handle it.
You had to do it for 5 weeks.
7.
7 weeks. Wow.
And then after at the 4th day, the friends who have to, you can do, Mikey, they drag me into the room, and they help me on, and they take me back. Quit going, Mikey, one more day this week. You can do it. Then they bring a stretcher, and they carry me on. Pow, pow.
You've got a lot of protons.
I have a stretcher to carry me home, and I have a weekend to recover, and there's 6 more weeks.
Wow. But you did. It worked.
And the technicians there, who are very nice, when I walk in,
Very
they say,
nice.
"How are you doing?"
Yes.
And I discovered if I tell them, "Oh, this is really hard," they don't like that.
They don't like that?
No.
Oh, I thought they'd be used to that.
No, they would. So I had to tell
They
them.
weren't used to
I had to tell them, "Oh, thank you for helping me get better." Because they would say, "How are you feeling?" I say, "Thank you, man."
Yeah.
So I do that for 7 weeks, 5 days a week.
Wow.
Never late.
Wow, 7 weeks, 35 times.
Yep.
And it worked.
And
It's a happy
I
ending.
didn't know it worked, but they did an MRI 6 months later, and Dr. Leach pronounces the cancer dormant. It hasn't
Dormant.
Grown. It hasn't grown. They can't see. They only can see its shape. It hasn't grown at all.
Wow.
It's like it fits
Good.
right into what it was before. And then they just did another MRI last Thursday. Mm-hmm. And I brought it to Dr. Leach on Friday. And after asking me many questions, he says, the cancer is dead.
It's not sleeping anymore.
No, it's dead.
Sleeping the sleep of the long gone.
It's now only a scar.
A scar,
It's a big
wow.
scar, 2 inches by 2 inches.
Yeah,
It's-
wow.
it's-
So you dodged a bullet.
Well, the bullets got me, actually, those proton bullets.
The proton bullet.
Yeah, I didn't want to dodge them.
No, you didn't want to dodge
I'm
them.
so glad Dr. Leach's aim was good.
Doctor, the quirky though he was, he was right.
Yes, he did say I would lose for sure. I shouldn't even say this. He said, for sure you're going to lose hearing in your right ear because they're sending these proton beams. And then after 6 months, when he said, how's your hearing? I said, it's no problem. He said, well, then you're not going to lose hearing in your right ear.
Wow.
It was very lucky.
Doctors are like that, very definitive until they're not.
Yes, the only side effect I have now
Is that you're like you are now?
is dry eye.
Dry eye. Wow. Not dry mouth.
No, not dry mouth. I'm still hoarse a bit, but
Dry eye.
as you can
wow.
hear.
So do you have to put eye drops in?
Yes, dry eye, if you're interested, you probably would be, is when there's not enough tears.
Yes, I know
over-
that.
Then when your eyelid blinks over your cornea,
They're braids.
it rips off the filaments. On this little tiny itsy bitsy filaments that are so irritating. They're in your eye.
Wow.
And I have to water it every hour or two. And that worked for about 10 days. And now my wonderful eye doctor at Boston Ophthalmic Consultants took a little tweezer and pulled out one of the filaments.
Pull
Yeah.
from your eye?
Yeah, it was hard for me to, he said, stay still.
Wow.
But I'm not good at that.
Took out one of the
And it,
filaments.
yeah, he did it a couple of weeks previous to that, a couple of them. And then gave me a steroid to put in my eye every morning and evening. And recommended me to Dr. Rothman, who's an expert on dry eye.
Wow, every nook and cranny has an expert.
And Dr. Taylor thought that Dr. Rothman might want to put a plug into the drainage in my eye that the tears drain into, so that they wouldn't drain. And I'm a little reluctant.
So that's the next decision.
That's the next decision.
You haven't had that appointment yet.
I had it, but I canceled it because I learned not to make it too soon after I get the news.
Smart. Smart. All right, so let's take a deep breath. We've skirted death.
My
in
last
25 minutes.
my last thing, if I may. Is I was afterwards, people said, let's celebrate, you must be celebratory, and I was not. I had felt that now I can understand why. I felt like I had more than I knew I was running something like a marathon for the last
You were
18
tired.
months.
Yeah.
And I was accepting that I was going to die. I might
Oh.
die. I might die.
You will die, I guarantee it. I
Soon.
guarantee it.
Even then, it would be hard to finish my books and
Yes,
and
6
I
months. You have
blind
6
and-
months.
and not be able to talk and swallow or taste food.
Yes.
And so when I got the news, it's taken a little while, only a little while, since everyone's been so congratulatory, to cry a bit.
Oh, crying is good.
Good, yes.
That's a good thing.
Cry again,
Yes.
for all those feelings that I maybe
Yes.
wasn't feeling entirely. I wanted to go with the flow.
Yes.
And after I could cry a bit with a sigh of relief, now I can feel, because I wrote it on Caring Bitch, writing it helps me know what's going on.
Yes.
Oh my, I can live. I'm living without sinus cancer. How
Yes.
strange.
Yes.
I don't have to try so hard every day to write so much
Yes.
And-
You can take a rest.
and endanger my health. Yes, that's why I'm here rather than
Yes. Oh, wow. That ties it up in a little bow. Wow. That was impressive. We're taking a deep breath to finish off, but that's like the closure. We circled all the way around the stupa.